Good morning, guys. Girlfriend actually came up with this idea for me to do a video about National Camera Day, which is today, June 29th. So we're gonna do that, and let's get started. So I shoot off an 80D, right? But let's actually go back to the very beginning. Cameras are the best invention that we have today, I would say. As being a photographer, I would say the camera is the best thing that we have today to capture memories, to capture family pictures, to capture landscapes, to capture everything that we see through our eye. We have a camera to capture it now. We have cameras on our phone. We have cameras everywhere we go. Unless you don't have a phone, then you don't have a camera. Unless you have a camera, then cool. But the camera, before cameras were invented, people would draw the things we would see. For instance, if we're taking a family picture, people would draw that. People would have to draw your whole family while you sit still. People would have to draw the scenery they see just to do it. Now that we have cameras, it's the greatest thing that we have. We can, from 10 years today, let's say we take this picture. Let's say you took a picture right now, looked at it 10 years. You'd be like, dang, I remember when I took that, because it's a memory that we can have together. So I'm gonna talk to you about my cameras that I have and what they all mean to me. They all have different meanings. Pictures all have different meanings. For me, a picture is a story that is told through each picture I take. Yes, we have some pictures that I take and they're just random whatever pictures. But when you look deeper into that picture, it shares a story. So let me talk to you about the cameras I have and how I found them or how I got them. And yeah, so let's talk about my AT1. I got my AT1 for really cheap. This guy on Facebook was selling it, and I was like, ooh, I love Canon because Canon is my favorite brand. I was like, I gotta get it. So I hit him up and I got it. Works amazing. I actually have some sample pictures I can show you. No, I don't. I don't have any pictures. First time I loaded the camera with film, I didn't know how to load it. So I messed up a whole film, turned out blank. Stupid idea on my part. I don't know what I was thinking. A second 35mm is the AT1 program. My girlfriend got me this for my birthday. Love it. I can show you sample pictures of this one. So, let me show you. Hold on. So, I got pictures. I love the look that the pictures create. I love this. I love how every picture that you take with a 35mm is, or any picture that you take with a film camera, you try to make the picture great on the first shot. So you tell them to blink and then you tell them to stop because you don't want the blink in the picture. It's amazing how much we are spoiled nowadays, or we are blessed that we can go back and delete the picture, we can go back and edit, we can do a whole bunch of things. We can take 10 pictures without wasting film because now it's on a memory card. The 35mm, you take every shot like it's the last. We want that picture so well done. It is crazy, which I appreciate that. Let's talk about the Polaroid. This is actually my girlfriend's. We found it at a thrift shop. Works amazing. Let me show you some of the pictures that we took on it. I love the look. It's square. It's a story. You look at this. It's just like, wow. Love it. I love it. This one. First Polaroid that my girlfriend took. Well, that I took of my girlfriend. Love it. It's a story. It looks old. No one can replicate a picture that looks old. We try. Trust me. If you know one photographer that can replicate a picture, well, hold on, I know someone. never mind. It's hard to do. It's amazing. So yeah, this is Polaroid. My girlfriend took this of me when we were heading to Mesa, and I was like, "Ooh, I like the sign. The sign has been there for a long time." So I was like, "We need to take a Polaroid of it." Blah 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 blah. So, so went to the thrift shop and got that one. I also got this one at the thrift shop. A land camera, a 220 Polaroid. It's amazing. I've not yet shot on it. I don't know if it works. Found it at the thrift shop. Also, the problem I haven't used it is I don't have $40 to buy film. $40 gets you 10 shots. That's a lot of money, and that's a little shots. But we will shoot on it eventually. I promise. So stay tuned. Because I'll probably make a whole nother video of me shooting on it, because I've been wanting to do. Let's go with the Kodak. And this one is, I don't know how to pronounce it. They're heavy. 35mm film cameras. I was at Tempe Camera. This lady didn't want to fix them because they're expensive to fix, I guess, the parts that they needed. So I was like, well, she can sell them on eBay because someone will pick them up. So I followed her outside after I was done shopping and she was outside. I was like, hey, are you going to get rid of those? Because she sounded like she was going to throw them away, if not give them to Goodwill. As me being a photographer, I love to have cameras if they work or they don't work. So I picked them up and she gave it to me. She's like, do you want them? I'm like, cool, hell yeah. So I definitely got them. And in the box, it was this one too. A 35mm Canon. This Canon. It doesn't say. Either way, it's a Canon. It's amazing. I love it. Haven't shot on it, any of the three that I just showed you, just because they don't work. But I want to find out what they need so then I can fix them and I can shoot on it later. So we're going to figure that out. Let's go with this one. The Canon Rebel 3 or T3. My first DSLR camera that I've ever had. I've shot really good pictures with this. Well, at the time, I thought they were really good. To this day, I probably shot 2 good pictures with this camera that I really like. One's an owl picture, and the other one I think is a flower. But I've had this one for so long. It's amazing. Or was amazing. The camera that I'm shooting off of right now is a Canon 80D. Love it. It records, it takes pictures, it does what I need it to do. Honestly, I wish I would have got a different camera than the 80D, but I really wanted the 80D at the time. I've only had it less than a year, and I wish I would have got a 6D Mark II or one of the 5Ds. Just for the photography that I use it for. I like action, I like fast moving things, like if I'm taking pictures of birds or whatever. But there's hold up. And then my grandma gave me this. It's a box, but it's a camera. So this one doesn't work. My grandma gave it to me. She's had it since, I don't know, the start of time, I guess. I don't know. Don't know what it's really called, but it's amazing. I need to look up pictures that people have taken with it. It's just so hard because you don't know. If I Google pictures from it, it's going to show me something else, and I just don't know. So that's that. So all these cameras, as a being a photographer, actually, as for me, I'm speaking on myself. I want to learn all the photography and all the aspects of it. I don't want to be the photographer to be like, oh, I just shoot with this camera and only that camera. I want to learn, if you're going to be a photographer, you got to learn, or you don't have to, but for me, I want to learn everything about what the different cameras and how we got to the age that we got to right now with such, 1080, 60 frames per second with the high megapixel cameras. And now that, it's crazy how we shot with these cameras years ago, but these cameras, we thought the pictures were amazing. It's crazy. Now, a lot of people, because everyone wants a clean, clear picture, and we get it. It's like watching a movie. You want that movie to look clean and clear. But some of us like to go back and recreate a picture that we thought was super amazing. For instance, my 35 millimeters cameras that I use, I love the look of it being old. The Polaroids, for instance, I love how it looks old. It gives a story. It gives us something that we can look back on and be like, wow, like that look is vintage. At the time that we had those cameras, oh, it's just a Polaroid, whatevs, didn't have a story. Now that has a story, it's like, cool, we like the look. We like to go back and recreate something that made it look old. It's just amazing. There's so much about the cameras so I'm going to end the video off here, and I probably talked too much, and I probably went off track. But thank you for watching. Maybe I'll make a part 2 later on, because there's so much about the camera. There's lenses, there's memory cards, there's, I remember shooting off these disposables. Remember taking them to Walmart cameras, and I'm happy to say happy National Camera Day. And for those photographers that do watch this, or photographers in general, keep shooting and keep killing it out there. Until next time, guys, love you. Peace.